Hi, I'm Christine Berger, founder of Noodle Boo. I am privileged to share with you my trip to Ethiopia as we launch our Raise Your Hand campaign. As we go, I will ask you to raise your hand, open your heart, and stand for change. Approximately 1.8 million people will die this year from waterborne disease. 90% will be children under the age of 5 years old. That means 5,000 children are dying every day. To clearly understand the importance of safe water, you must first understand what it means to have unsafe water. Many people in developing countries rely on the only water they have available to them. This means that the lake, river, or spring that is near the village is used for their animals, washing clothes, bathing, preparing their food, and most of all, for drinking. While the need is overwhelming, Noodle Boo believes that with your help, we can make a difference. Through the Raise Your Hand campaign, we are committed to funding safe water and sanitation one village at a time. Our first village is in Harara in Ethiopia. Located in the Rift Valley, it is a rural community of 2,800 people located about 48 kilometers outside of Meki. There is a small school with 200 children, kindergarten to 3rd grade, with a wait list of an additional 150 children. The children receive 1 meal and 1 cup of water a day. Right now the children are preparing to eat lunch, and they are washing their hands with the water that they have available. It's highly likely that they'll reuse the water once they're finished with it. While the water is from a shallow well, the bacteria levels are too high for safe drinking water, resulting in life-threatening waterborne diseases. It is not unusual for children to suffer from diseases like diarrhea and other water-related illnesses their whole lives. They cannot fight off the infections when their little bodies are weakened from waterborne diseases. My first day in Harara, I spent with the children. We talked about water and traced our hands for the Raise Your Hand campaign. Noodle Boo supports sustainable systems that are maintained and operated by the community. Ownership at the village level and education about sanitation goes hand in hand with healthy living. Since a key component of safe water is education, I met with the mothers of the village. They shared stories of how their children have been sick from bad water, often to the point of death. As a mother, it is unfathomable to imagine losing a child because of something as simple as not having safe water for my child. At the end of our time together, I asked for their commitment to education. It will be critical that safe water is not contaminated with dirty hands and serving containers. The women of Harara wholeheartedly agreed to the safe water and sanitation training necessary to protect their families. Next, I met with the village leaders, as it is their water system. The leaders put together a water committee who will work with engineers to decide the location of the water system, as well as address implementation details and management of the system. I was touched as one of the leaders spoke with tears in his eyes about his happiness that his family would no longer be sick from the water they drank. He said he did not think that he would see good water in his lifetime. Visiting the local medical clinic offered insight into the waterborne diseases that are prevalent in developing countries. The clinic had 1 nurse on staff that saw an average of 80 to 100 patients a day. The nearest hospital is 20 kilometers away. One notable issue is that since villagers view some waterborne diseases like diarrhea and dehydration as normal, they do not seek help until it is oftentimes too late to save a life. The culture of the Ethiopian people is beautiful. While there is extreme poverty, there is also tremendous hope and joy in their faces. It is a gift to have insight into such a generous and giving culture. 100% of the profit from Noodle Boo's Believe Honey Bar will go towards the Raise Your Hand campaign. Something as simple as buying a bar of soap can help change a young life forever. It is with a full heart we ask you to join us in raising your hand, opening your heart, and standing for change.
Thank you.